What's going on, guys? Pepperbelly here, and I'm bringing you some Breach gameplay, which is that new Xbox Live Arcade game that came out recently. And basically, I have a lot of things I want to talk about this game. Well, not really a lot, but I do have some things I kind of want to bring up about this game. And you know, it goes for 800 points on Xbox Live Arcade, and it's not. You know, you have a trial for it. I think it's like a 30-minute trial, and that's all you get. 30 minutes, 2 classes, and that's all you get to experience. So I was really skeptical about buying this game, and I played the trial, and I remember I was going to plan on making some gameplay commentaries for it. However, I never did because, like, I was running out of time, right, on my trial, so I kept playing all the time. I used it all up, and by the time I was thinking, okay, maybe I could start doing a gameplay commentary for it, I literally had 2 minutes left to play. So that wasn't going to work at all. So I decided, you know what, screw it, I'll take my chances, buy the game for 800 points, and see what it's like. And personally, I think it's actually not that bad of a game. For 800 points, I definitely think it's worth 800 points. However, should I recommend you buy it? That is really entirely up to you. And I'll go over a little bit of things I've kind of experienced with this game and compare it to some other games I know of that it feels like, and you can make a decision based on that. But basically, it's kind of like it reminded me a lot of the old America's Army, like that free shooter that came out that the U.S. military made years ago before America's Army 3 came out. It reminds me a lot of that, and of like the olden one though, not the new one. Just kind of reminds me of the old America's Army mixed with like Ghost Recon, Advanced Warfighter, and Rainbow Six kind of. That's kind of what it feels like, and it's a really good mix of those games, but really it does stand out on its own. It's got its destructible environments, it's got its classes you can choose from, you can customize your characters, not like fully out customized, but you can choose what you want your character to look like for each faction, which is the Black Ops, and then there's the Op 4, and I don't know, I think it's not that bad of a game. Of course, the gameplay is really slow in this one. It's more realistic. Like, you're not going to be running around gun-ho, firing fully automatic, just spraying the shit out of everything, because that's not going to work. It's going to, like, I mean, it could, but eventually you empty your magazine, and then everyone who's smart and firing from a distance semi-auto is going to rip you apart. And that's another thing. The game actually allows you to choose your fire modes, which is, like, pretty badass, actually. Like, I like games that allow you to do that. I don't know why games don't do that. Call of Duty is one of those games. Lots of games do that, where you can't choose your fire mode, and it's because it's a balancing issue. Well, in real life, is there balance in warfare? Hell no. There's no balance. It's like whoever has superior tactics, superior weaponry, superior advantage, they're going to win. So that's kind of what it's like. And having, to be able to choose your fire mode, everyone can play to the style they like. And that's what I thought was pretty interesting, how they put that in this game. They kind of made it more realistic in that way. And I don't know, I liked it. So yeah, moving on now to the pistol, because I'm using it right now in the video. This thing sucks. I'm just going to be quite frank with it. It has its moments where it can be really good, but then it also has its moments where it's just total shit. It's just so crappy. You empty that magazine so quickly. The hit detection in this game is probably one of the biggest problems. You only tend to notice it more when you're in close quarters. When you're firing a sniper rifle from a distance, it seems to be like hit detection seems to be, not too bad. But when you're firing close quarters, it's ridiculous. And I find the look of the pistol when you're kind of like pulling up the iron sights, just the look of it in general kind of looks really gross. I don't really like the look of it at all. The M16 looks pretty nice. The M40A3 looks pretty nice. I haven't tried any of the other classes, so I don't know what the support gunner looks like or what the shotgunner looks like. I've only sniped and I've only used the rifle, and I gotta say, they balance sort of well, okay, but I personally think the sniper class is really overpowered. It's not ridiculously overpowered. I mean, if you're getting a shot at close quarters, if you shoot a guy dead on in close quarters, it's a one-shot kill no matter where you hit him. Sometimes when you're firing at different ranges, the damage kind of changes a bit. Like, sometimes I'll fire and it'll take 2 shots to kill a guy. Sometimes it'll take, 1. Sometimes you just actually all the time, a headshot is just an instant kill. And but the way it kind of balances out is the fact that the look sensitivity is really, really, really sensitive. There is absolutely no dead zone that I know of. Like most games, you'll have a little bit of a dead zone where you can move it slightly and it'll kind of react very slowly. In this game, you'll move it slightly and your crosshairs all over the place. So aiming and being very precise is hard. I find myself compensating way too much by using my strafing with my left stick. So if I need to adjust like literally a hair, instead of using the actual right analog stick to aim with because it makes it more difficult, I'll just probably strafe to one side and compensate by doing that, because it seems to be that the movement is more easier to acquire an aim on a target than it does when you're trying to like quick scope or snipe out a whole bunch of guys and stuff like that. And this game does have customization where you can like choose what you want to put on your gun. You got like red dots, reflex sights, ACOGs, grenade launchers, and there's a variety of other guns that you have to unlock as you progress in your ranks and whatnot. And everything so far I've seen is like 500 points, and it's that's pretty expensive because in this game it is hard to make money. I only was able to get, at this point in gameplay, I was only able to buy myself an ACOG for my M4. Sorry, it's not an M16, the M4, and that was it. And just recently I was managed to get enough to buy the 2x magnification scope for the sniper rifle, which makes no sense to me because since when is a sniper scope 2x magnification? It usually goes all the way up to 12 or 8. 2x magnification is like nothing. That's like a red dot type deal, something like an ACOG would do with a very slight magnification. But apparently that's what it says in the game, and I guess that's what it's supposed to look like. I don't know how the hell they did that, but like there's other issues that come with this game too. There's so many problems with like connectivity and lag, and like I played it. I actually got it on. I filmed it too, but I decided I wouldn't put it on. I just like, no, screw it, I'll delete it, not show it, because it was like literally 2 minutes length of the most retarded glitching I've ever seen in my life. Basically, it was on the map Passage, which is like the if you played the game, you know what map that is. And there's like there's a tunnel that everyone seems to funnel into, and that's where the main shootouts always occur. And I was in that running through that tunnel, and I was trying to find the enemy, and I was like, okay, where the hell is everyone? Like, there's no one on the map. So I pressed the back button. Everyone's in the game, so I'm like, okay. So I start running around. All of a sudden, people start popping up and appearing in front of me. Like, literally, like a ghost. They just appear out of nowhere. They're right there. I'm like, oh, shit. So I start shooting them. Blood squirting out of them and everything. I constantly keep lighting them up. Nothing. They won't die. And I keep looking around. I'm like, wait a minute. There's probably some serious lag going on here. And when I observed what was happening, there's people spinning around in circles like super fast, as if like they were playing on PC and their mouse glitched, and they were spinning in one spot, like looking up and jumping and stuff. And like you'd shoot them, nothing would happen. So there's serious cases of lag in that, and it happens at the end of this match too. The host migration isn't even that good. Like example, like you're gonna see at the very end of this game. And this game was nowhere even near being done on top of that. So like this would have been like maybe a 15-minute to 20-minute long video, which would be crazy because like this, I mean, the only reason why it's 10 minutes long is because it got cut off. And basically what happens is the host leaves, and it basically freezes the game, and you'll see it. The game will just completely freeze, and you think your Xbox is freezing because that has happened, with the Crisis demo and stuff. Like your console keeps freezing. Breach has froze my 360 a couple of times actually when I was using the trial, and it'll do that. It'll just freeze it, and then all of a sudden it'll say host migration problem. It'll bring you back to the lobby, and then it'll try to boot up again with another host. And if it doesn't work, then usually it'll just completely cancel the whole thing altogether, and you're just screwed in general. And then there goes everything. So much for that. And yeah, so I don't know. I would say definitely, if you're looking for a new shooter and you're not having fun with anything you're playing now, this is definitely something you can pick up and have fun with, because it's not a terrible game. It's not an amazing game. It's fun. It is tactical. It's a different feel of like most games that you play. So I would definitely recommend buying it if that is your situation. If not, I would say don't, and just save your points for maybe DLC that you're more. For a game that you really like and you actually like to play a lot. Either way, it doesn't really matter. And right here is where the game freezes. You can see it'll migrate, push me out to the lobby, and then shit just sucks. So I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay, enjoyed the video. Guys, please rate the video, comment the video, and subscribe if you want to see more in the future. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got for today. I'll maybe bring out some more gameplay in the future with more unlocks, and you guys can judge from there. So take care.